Peace and blessings. Keep up the lessons. This is you know who, Brother Talib from the Brother Talib Show, aka Crypto B Boy. Yeah. So hey, guys, I apologize to some of you, and I want to thank a lot of you that have stayed with me, my subscribers. Thank you so much for staying with me, and those of you who subscribed. I seen maybe very small amount of people within this year, but stay with your bro. And if you had already not subscribed and watching this video, please subscribe to Brother Talib's show and Crypto B Boy when you can go over to that channel as well, and watch some of the videos that are into people who whatever if you're into crypto and digital assets. I'm here this morning, taking out my time. I was supposed to have been sleeping, but because I came back from work, I worked the night shift. So, but I just what popped in my head. I was watching a video while I was trying to eat some breakfast before I go to sleep, and the video was talking about the president of the European Union begging. That's the topic. That was the topic. Sentence begging the African nations to join the European Union or whatever, right? I'm like, and people were laughing. People, there was other people's that had that particular footage and put it in their video and was laughing and discussing and doing reactions as such, right? This is not a reaction. This is just an inspirational introduction, if we can say. I'm doing an introduction to the conversation. And because I haven't been around, and I apologize, those of you, my subscribers and so forth, that I haven't been around because due to family. And this was the year of travel for my family and me, and we was out so much outdoors and traveling. So I didn't have time to really do any videos because most of my videos are done with at home. Eventually, I will be doing more videos. I did some videos outside, and I got some stuff, some scenery stuff, and I will be posting some of that, entertainment wise. But to bringing information, which I am, that's what I do in my videos. I bring as much as information as I can and value to you people. So basically, I'm trying to talk about the issues about Africa, uprising in Africa, right? On a good on a good level. It's not a whole lot of just warfare like we're afraid of. But to getting into it briefly, and I'm just going to throw a few things out there. We know about what's going in Niger, or Niger is another way to pronounce it, I would say, and what took place. They removed their corrupt leadership, or the leadership that they felt was corrupt, and the people supported them. The people felt the same way. This person wasn't doing anything for the country. To make it real short, a lot of things that were lacking, and money was coming in from who? France, right? Because these are countries, the francophone countries, countries that have been siphoned by France, and I say that because it's clear, it's out there, it's known, it's well known. Plenty of media following this, plenty of media speaking about this, and they do their research just like I do mine. When they might research, get to not have time to research more than me. I'm not a newscaster, not a reporter, I'm not a journalist, but I do try to bring some information and value, right, about things that are going on in certain issues that are going on in the world. And Africa, especially being an African descendant and diasporan, I do most of my videos based on which is Africa, the motherland, the fatherland, if you want to say it in both, because they that's what they are to us, a lot of people. So what's the thing is that what's happening in Nigeria and then Burkina Faso in the military, um, officials that came, and now one of them is interim president. Uh, I can't remember his name. He's a young guy. This guy's in his 30s, and all of them are kind of young. They're younger than me, and it's something because of it's an inspiration, and it should be an inspiration to more younger people, which it is. But unfortunately, it's not really that much to the elders in Africa. And it is sad that the younger people, which I had a feeling eventually would happen, and I was hoping for it, that it would take the younger people to get things done and to make these changes and to fight for these changes, to stand up for their rights. Stand up for your rights. Get up, stand up. Don't give up the fight. Even though my man Bob had his issues, but he was on point with that. And Africa Unite, that song. I remember all that stuff. I used to be in a Rastafarian. Alhamdulillah, I'm Muslim now. But those statements say a lot. And we're at that point now. We're there. And now these elders have to start realizing, are you still sleeping? Because if you're not sleeping, then you are probably tired of sleeping. So that's why you're awake. But most of you, I can't say most of you because like we have people like Dr. Arakana, which I thank her. She's done a lot of work. She's been doing a lot of work. She even got herself fired from the African Union, being in the staff as a diplomat, okay? And working through as an American diplomat, but an African Union, and doing her works. And she made a couple of comments and statements about France and their evil acts and their, taking from the land and not giving back, what it's worth, doing underhanded economical moves, corrupted economical moves to say. They make them pay and take their monies that they make and put it into Francophone banks or banking systems from France. And at the same time, what are they doing? Siphoning that money out. And then still, these countries have debt with them. How? And they give them uranium. But they don't have lights. They don't have power. But France can create and build and manufacture through their plants that create power for them and beautify, and they can get to beautify the country, and lights and power can also do other things for a country. It's part of infrastructure. Yeah. So the infrastructure in these countries are deprived and are taken from. There are resources that are in their land, not in France or other European countries, are siphoned from. And Dr. Arcana spoke against that, and she got fired. To get to the point. But my point is, and we're going to get into this conversation as much as possible because a lot of people are doing it. And I'm bringing my perspective and point of view and my way of how I present it. And I'm going to do as best as I can to make it beneficial. It's not all about entertainment. This is some serious stuff. And it could be verge of warfare, like what's going on in Ukraine, but now more of an interaction of the Western powers, like France, really interacting. But usually these times, that's where neo-colonialization comes into play. They use puppetry of puppet governments or established governments that they put into place. They want to help to put into place, and they give them money. They support them. They keep them in place so they can keep the country down, and keep the country quiet. Give them only a little bit, whatever they can give them, but enough where we can come in and get everything we need to build us and keep us built up in the top elite, right? And keep these people down because they're, number one, they're black, they're African. It was all based on race. It's all based on the race first. And people don't want to talk about that too much. Even these people in these media outlets in Africa, they don't like to touch the race. Some people do. And that's why I respect Dr. Arakana, because she's a dignitary. She comes from the dignitary African Union, and she speaks to that. She goes through it all. She goes through it all. Covers everything. Covers the race. Covers the issues on economics. Covers the geographical position. Covers, you know, what they're doing in an economical level, what's been going on with the country, what's the society, the social order. She covers all that. And I would like to continue to do the same in my videos to give to you, to let you know that this is very, very serious. But until next time, I'm not going to stay too much longer. I just want you to know. But also, I want you to know about the catalyst, the great catalyst. Oh, yes, the BRICS nations. And I've spoken some of my videos. If any of you have not watched any of my videos, I spoke about BRICS nations before. And I've seen things coming. I've seen the patterns. I'm a pattern watching person. I'm a pattern observing person. I see things that are going on, getting to where they'll get to. And then eventually I'll be like, see, I knew this was going to happen. And I mean, I'm nobody great, but I do have some, intuition. I do have some intelligence, and I try to give to you guys. So I hope you take heed to it and what I said, and it's beneficial to you, and that you will stay on with me, stay subscribed. People, come on, stay with me. Okay, I love you though. I appreciate you guys, and those of you who are not subscribed, subscribe, because there's more to come. I'm still young enough to talk. I'm still here. I'm not dead yet. So, and I pray that Allah preserves me, gives me more years to come. Hopefully I reach 100, inshallah, God willing. But I appreciate you guys. So until next time, stay with me. I will be bringing another video based on the same type of subject matter, Africa and its issues and things that are going on with this, up to date as much as possible. But also the last finish, that when I started and was talking about the president of the European Union, if you please listen to those videos and listen to that footage, I'm going to try to bring that footage myself in my next video and see how she's speaking. It sounds so much familiar, how like a lot of them do speak, and tries to put a lot of like bull crap out there and make it seem like, oh, we're all together. We want to be together. Yeah. Proof is in the platter, and you didn't do a good job over the many years and decades to show that y'all was trying to make changes. No, it's still the same, but you just playing games, and you putting a cover, and you playing an ape and barbarian in a suit, because that's who most of you have been. Okay, so anyway. Thank you very much. Until next time, peace and blessings. And keep up the lessons. This is your brother Talib from the Brother Talib Show. I'm out.